Fake love, fancy parties, one contract, 0 rules, until it wasn't fake anymore. This is a completed, heart-melting modern romance you won't want to miss. The ballroom was silent. All eyes were on Avery, standing alone in her wedding dress, abandoned at the altar. With a calm voice, she picked up the mic. "The groom won't be joining me, but thank you all for coming." She walked out with her head high, her heart cracking beneath the silk. 2 days later, Avery met Julian in a quiet cafe. "So, ready to fake a marriage?" she asked. Julian smirked. "If we're going to lie to the world, let's make it believable." They signed a contract. Public affection, appearances, a 6-month timeline. No real feelings, no strings. Headlines called them the city's hottest power couple. They smiled, held hands, posed for cameras. But at night, in the penthouse, Avery stood by the window. "We're really doing this," she whispered. Julian poured 2 glasses of wine. "We don't have to if you're not ready." "No," she said. "This is better than pretending to cry again." In public, they were flawless. In private, Avery learned Julian liked silence and jazz. He read before bed. He never talked about his past. She found it calming. Photo shoots, galas, red carpets. Avery wore diamonds. Julian whispered lines into her ear. Sometimes, she laughed like she meant it. One night, in the back seat of a car, their fingers brushed. Neither pulled away. Another evening, he kissed her temple in front of paparazzi. "Just for the cameras," he whispered, but her heart skipped anyway. They began to text late at night, about nothing and everything. He sent her music. She sent him coffee recommendations. It felt real. Julian once asked, "Do you miss him?" "Not the way I thought I would," she replied. "Do you?" "I didn't lose anyone," he said. "I think I just found someone." Rain fell hard one night. Their car broke down. They ended up in a roadside motel. 1 room, 1 bed. "We've shared worse lies," Avery joked. She woke up next to him, his arm resting over her waist. She didn't move. The next morning, he made her instant coffee. She said it was terrible. He smiled. At a fundraiser, Julian kissed her in front of everyone. Not acting. Not anymore. Avery blinked, stunned. That wasn't fake. "I know," he said. Later that night, she leaned against him on a balcony. "Is this still fake?" He looked at her. "Not for me." "Me neither," she said. They went to events, sat in silence afterward, watched late-night TV together. He once wrapped a scarf around her when she forgot hers. She once defended him in a meeting like it meant everything. He watched her fall asleep on the couch. She watched him read with glasses on, soft light over his face. She wanted to draw it, memorize it. One night, Avery cried in the elevator after a terrible press meeting. Julian didn't say anything. He just placed his hand gently on her shoulder. She started dreaming about him. Not just desire, comfort, calm, permanence. One morning, she looked at him across the kitchen. "You realize this was never fake, right?" "I knew it," he said, "the moment you showed up with a contract." By the 6th month, the contract was almost up. Neither mentioned it. Instead, they booked a weekend trip. A cabin, a lake, no photographers, no phones, just quiet. Back in the city, they returned to public life. Someone asked Avery at an event, "Is he still your fake husband?" She smiled. He was never fake. That night, they stood on the rooftop of Julian's building. She held a ring in her hand. "So," she said, "Julian Hale, will you marry me for real this time?" He didn't speak at first, just stared at her like he couldn't believe it. Then he grinned. "Absolutely." They stayed there, wrapped in a blanket, watching the city lights. No cameras, no audience, just them, no lies.